Mark my words, fellow YouTube lovers. Mark my words. Especially for people that do follow this channel on a regular basis. And once again, thank you for those people that do. We're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, which I think is a bit ridiculous for just a small TV repair channel. All we do is TVs. You know, if I were to do PlayStations and the like, I'm sure we'd have several more, but I don't want to do them. I just want to stick to TVs. So the fact that we're getting up to 1,000 subscribers is nothing short of a miracle, I tell you. My apologies if I shout tonight, and I think I am shouting a bit, but I've gone deaf in one ear. Need to get it syringed, man. Sorry to tell you that while you're eating your rice pudding, but it happens to us all eventually. Anyway, back to my statement. If you follow this channel, you probably follow this channel because you do something similar. You may do it professionally for a job and just want to see somebody else mess up. You may just want to do this as a hobby. Or maybe you've done it in the past. A lot of people that are subscribed to me are engineers from, shall we say, a decade ago, maybe a bit more, who used to work on the CRT monitors and screens and stuff. Now, I haven't got much enthusiasm for them. My boss certainly has, but they don't tickle me. I just kind of like the easy life of the flat screen repair. Plasmas in particular, they are great to diagnose and fault find and go through, etc., etc. But anyway, I digress. There are some bargains to be had at the moment. Obviously, 70% of my business is repairing TVs, giving them back to the customer, sticking the money in the bank and carrying on with life. But about 30% is looking for a bargain. You know, we've picked some up in the past. TVs that I've repaired to sell on and make a little profit. I'm not too sure I'll sell this on because this is rather nice. I'm going to use the word beast again. This is... I've got to be careful because I need to get it on the bench without... if it'll fit, because it's big. I'm just hoping the screen is okay. Right, now I've probably blocked out. Have I blocked? Yeah, I've blocked one of the screens out, but we're still on. Let me get back to what I was saying. This could be a long video, and I mean that because you'll notice I've got the clock up. This is also about timing, I think. It's quite late at night. It's 5 to 11, blimey. Panasonic 55-inch 4K smart TV with a 1-blink code. First one to tell me what the 1-blink code is on the Panasonic gets Smarties. You'll have to go out and buy them, but you get them. Of course, the 1-blink code is going to be backlights. What else is it going to be? Well, it could be a fault with the LED driver, but as we saw with a Panasonic from last time, well, not last time, but close to last time, a couple of weeks ago, 3 quick blinks is when the LED board fails. How much do you think I paid for it? It's complete, and it's obviously got its mains lead. It's complete with a remote. And it's got the stand, or the feet, or the legs, whatever you want to call them. There is something that's missing from it, which I'll tell you in a second. What do you... actually, there's your second question for a bag of Smarties. What do you think, if there's anything missing from this TV, it could be? The answer is the screws that hold the back on. Because the gentleman that owned this before decided he'd have a go at repairing it. And absolutely. But I think he was under the impression it was going to be a capacitor or a problem on a board somewhere. So I'm really hoping that the screen is in good enough condition. It seems fine. It does seem good, apart from the usual fingerprints and stuff. But yes, have you made up your mind? How much do you think I paid for it? So complete with remote control. We're just powering it on now. So we get the green light. It's trying to come on. I wonder if we get any backlight flash. Let's try. Oh yes, I saw a little flicker then. I'm just going to try that again, just to see if we get more than one backlight flash. Did the backlights attempt to come on more than once, or was it just that one flicker? Ooh, I saw a flicker on the right hand side. That was it. And it goes to the one blink code? Yes. I paid £10 for this. £10. And it was just down the road. I didn't have to travel far. So £10 has got me a 4K 55-inch, it's a big one, smart TV. Customer says it's 3 years old. I'm probably guessing it's going to be a little bit more than that, maybe 4 or 5 now. This is a genuine Panasonic. It is not a Vestel Panasonic. And the backlights on these are usually pretty good. So much so that I am going to order a brand new set for this. What I'm doing with this TV, I don't know. Whether I flog it on and make a profit, or whether I keep it. Some reason I want to keep it. I don't know why. I don't need to keep it, but something inside me says, you would keep this 4K, nice 55-inch. But anyway, so £10 it cost. And yes, the Panasonic backlights are usually very good. So I'm betting you a bag of Smarties that it's just one LED gone on a strip somewhere. It's not going to be 2, 3 or 4 LEDs. If it's 2 LEDs gone, I'll be surprised, especially a TV of this age. We'll look at the model number in just a second. I think it's just going to be one backlight gone. So we're going to check what screen's inside it. We will disassemble it. We will take the screen out and we'll find out what is wrong with it. And I will just replace the one backlight for tonight, so it's up and running and we see it up and running, and then we'll go and have a look on AliExpress to see how much they are. But I'm guessing a brand new set for this is going to be no more than £30, probably a lot less than £30 for a complete brand new set. So let's get into it. I'm just nervous of this fan I've got here, but I do need the fan tonight because it is, it's a warm night. You know, it's 11 o'clock at night. Oh yes, that reminds me, the time issue. We're going to have a look at how long it takes, and it's good that the time is coming up to 11 o'clock because we can say that we started at 11. And I'm not going to rush through it because it's late at night and I've had a busy day. So there's probably a chance it's going to be taking... I reckon I should be able to do this if I take my time in an hour and a half. So by midnight 30, should have this up and running and the parts ordered. There are some screws in the back, but loads missing. So I'm not putting myself on a timer, but I just thought it would be interesting to see how long it takes to get this up and running. So that's why the clock is there on the bottom right hand side of your screen. You know, you can also see it flickering around on the big monitor I have. I'll just take a few screws out. Well, I'll take all the screws out. There are some in here. Okay. There are some that are not coming out. I think he's put some incorrect screw. Oh yeah, that one doesn't go there. Anyway, I mean, fair enough. He had a go. He wanted to have a look and see what the problem was. He knew it was a backlight issue. I didn't have to give him any help. He knew that it had a backlight problem, so he's done a bit of research and asked some questions. Oh, sorry. Yes, before I lift the lid off, I want to give you the model number. I've never noticed the model number's hiding at the bottom here under some sticky stuff. I wonder what that is. Sorry, But anyway, I don't think you can see the model number from there. Maybe you can. A TX-55EX580V. I think that's what it is. But we've also got it on there. Do we have a date anywhere? I don't think we do. It's 177 watts if you need to know. Okay. So yes, not a Vestel Panasonic. It's a Panasonic. I don't think I've ever had a look at one of these before. Once again, I'll get the camera and we'll just go round and have a look. You instantly can tell it's got the Panasonic style power board. Well, it would have, wouldn't it? It's a Panasonic. But if you deal with these things a lot, you just know by looking at it. Every manufacturer has got slightly different coloured boards that they use. Teak on there. Not the greatest of speakers, and no subwoofer on that. Sometimes Panasonic have a subwoofer placed about here. And if we find it difficult to find the backlights, that is, well, that could be the screen. That might be the panel number, where that may be the screen number. Who knows? Little Wi-Fi card is hiding at the top there. Excellent. So first thing to do, let's remove the speakers, and luckily, because it's a Panasonic, we have a nice plug-in socket. That is a nice plug-in socket. That's quite different. Speakers are screwed in one side. Actually, will be screwed in both sides, but the other screw will be screwed in from the back. That'll be one of the screws that's missing, I suppose. All these plastic bits will have to come off. And I shall keep the screws with them. Right, that's that side clear. Do we need to take the T-con off? Nope, we don't. There's plenty of space. Right. Let's just have a look. What else needs to come off? What else can we see that needs to come off? All the sides need to come off. And the top and the bottom. They're all screwed on separately, so... Gonna need a different screwdriver. One thing that to point out, this little surround bracket I'm taking off is actually the screen surround. Your brain tends to forget that when you're unscrewing from the other end. You think you're working on the back, but actually this is the screen surround. So remember, when taking it out, take it out gently. If it's stuck for a reason. Don't yank it. Don't get angry with it. Don't try and force it. If it's stuck for a reason. Because you could cause problems to the screen. Now let's just see if this is going to come out without any arguments. Bottom part did. Right, hopefully now, with just a little bit of force, not much, a little bit, that's going to come off. Going to do the same at the sides here. Probably would have made sense to have the TV on some spongy supports while I do this bit, but I think we're going to be okay. Yeah. it all makes sense and it's all coming off rather well. Okay, I'm going to stand this up here. Just taking off the IR sensor. Have some screws here. No, no, no. Sorry. Got the cat trying to get in. Not when I'm working on screens. So 20 minutes to get to this point then. That's the top, that's the bottom. Okay, this is something a bit different. Now I've taken off all of the screen surrounds and the metal one that's just covering the cuff part of the screen here. I'm aware that the screen now is almost, well, I think it is. Sorry, microphone's miles away. It's completely free. The only thing holding the screen on at the moment is the fact that it's still tied in there, which is not best. Okay. Okay. I don't think it was as free as I thought it was, which is good. I'm just undoing the cuff panel from there. So it's free to be lifted up now. Yes. Right. Hopefully. It's going to go up and be fine. Yes. Up to 50 inch I can do fine, don't get really nervous about, but 55 to 75 inch, well, not so much the 55s these days, but you just tend to handle them with a bit more care because you have to, obviously. But that's the screen out. Bits of tape around the side. Let's just have a look how the side is held in. Is it all one unit? I think it is. Yeah, just push it up. That seems to work its way free. It's not all one, which I'm rather pleased about. Looks like 4 separate bits. I'll just show that on camera so you get the gist of it. So as you can see, it's all clipped in the usual places, but this is going to be four different bits that have got to come out. Sorry, once again I hadn't pressed the record button, but we're on now. So it just goes along the bottom. You can see that fits in there when I put it back. Okay. Seem to have put some tape in the corners. Right, that's this side, which I will put there. Nice and easy unclipping this. That's just broken. Well, kind of broken. Some seem to come out very easy, and that one's not coming out at all. Yeah, there's a bit of tape there, which I couldn't see. They'd stuck it down, but doesn't matter. It's a bit broken, not a lot broken. Not that's going to cause any issues. So that's the top and left hand side, and over here. Right. Okay, so that's the screen surround off. Sorry, once again I hadn't pressed the record button, but we're on now. So it just goes along the bottom. You can see that fits in there when I put it back. Okay. So far it's taken just over half an hour to get to the leads. And as long as... Oh, would you look at that? How pretty is that? I've never seen this before. Wow. Nice one, Panasonic. Look at look at the bottom, it's not the reflector sheet, but it is these are the supports. For all the diffusers, all on one sheet. I've got no idea how this comes off. At the moment I'm lifting it like that. Oh yes, okay. But that's interesting, isn't it? Look. So you just lift and separate, as they used to say in an old 70s bra ad, showing my age. Lift and separate. Doing this one-handed at the moment. I'm going to put the camera down and finish this off two-handed just to make sure I don't break any of these clips, but you can see how that works. I quite like that. That's very good. Two hands is much better because you push the clips together. This is a bit time consuming, and there are no markings for where it goes back. Maybe I should have made some, but yes, there are no markings where it goes back. That's, wow. Okay, I am going to make just a couple of little marks. If I mark a couple with removable black ink, then I will know. Middle one. Just so I can get them into place properly. I'll do the top ones. Don't panic about the ink, it will wipe off afterwards. But I just need to do this. I need to make little markings. Again, I'll show you if I get the right camera. You'll get to see, because there's holes everywhere and there's no guiding posts, there's no guiding marks, so I've just had to make my own. So the fact that I've got some on the top and bottom, I may do some in the middle as well, just to make sure I don't get confused. There's a middle one, there's a middle one. I don't think these would cause a problem even if I didn't remove the ink. I don't think it would. We'll soon see. If when I get it fixed it's full of black spots, you'll know why. But just in case you can't see on the other cameras what I'm talking about, hopefully you can see now. There are holes everywhere, so I've got to get that clip in that hole. If I get it in that hole, I'm in trouble. Everything is moved south, and if I get it in that hole, we've gone west and east and north, so I've got to make sure that that ties up with that. It's a nice idea, but I was about to say it's adding to the time, and I was going to say, but I'm not on a clock. Well, technically I am, so this is really adding to the clock, because normally these just take 1 second to remove. This is probably going to be the lengthiest part. I mean, this is probably going to take 10 minutes to do, so it's not lengthy, is it? But you know, something that takes 1 second is now 10 minutes. But I like it. I like the idea of it. I mean, if I was just to rip this off without making marks, I think I would have made extra work for myself. In fact, you know what I'm going to do for test purposes? Those little black felt tip marks that I've put on, just to guide me when I put it back together, I'm not going to wash them off. I'm going to keep them on. Because don't forget, I will be doing this again. Torture. I will order a brand new set of backlights. I'm just going to temporarily... It's not taking 10 minutes, is it? I was exaggerating. I'm getting a move on here. I do fancy a coffee. I do fancy a coffee. This is not a paper sheet, it's plastic. Very thin plastic. I mean, thin enough to be torn. Right. Oh. Oh my goodness. Wow. I'm just trying to film and realised again I haven't pressed the record button. So I was trying to show you what's going on here. Now I will show you. Look. The strip is under there. Can you see? And the strips are vertical. Oh, and that one looks like it's burnt out. How I'm going to replace these, or just one, I haven't the faintest idea. Wow. But at the moment my money is on that one that's causing the fault. Haven't seen anything like this before. Wow. Look at these. Look at the LEDs. Look how recessed they are. They are all recessed in. I don't know. Wow. Are they still on a strip? I think they're still on a strip. Yeah, the strips go up. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh my, oh my, oh my. This is not the one to put on a clock, because now, well, when I'm replacing them all, I'm going to have to take, going to take every single one of these off. That's amazing. And this is stuck down so well. if you see, I don't know if you can see, look at that LED there. It looks like part of it. I've just moved with my finger. Whether that's the faulty one or not, I don't know. Oh. So they are technically the LED lenses, which you can possibly see when looking at it. Sorry, I'm just trying to film and realised again I haven't pressed the record button. So I was trying to show you what's going on here. Now I will show you. Look, the strip is under there. Can you see? And the strips are vertical. Oh, and that one looks like it's burnt out. How I'm going to replace these, or just one, I haven't the faintest idea. Wow. But at the moment my money is on that one that's causing the fault. There's an issue we've faced with Panasonic TVs in the past, and that is when these are so stuck down, taking them off, you have to be very careful. They are down so flat, as you can see. But putting them back down flat is going to be difficult, but I can't see any other way. If I have to replace all the LEDs on here, and I'm seriously going off that idea, but I'm going to have to. It means taking this out, and you can see just by moving this corner that, you know, it's got creases in it. Now luckily this screen is quite deep. I'm surprised they've used these, they're not micro LEDs, but we'll call them that for the time being, but very tiny LEDs. Because you would have thought using those LEDs and using that as the LED diffuser, the main LED diffusers, would have meant that this panel could have been ultra slim, and it's not ultra slim. There is plenty of give, and I think it's because there's plenty of give. There's what, an inch there, maybe a little bit more. I think because it's quite deep, that when it comes to taking the whole of this off, and I'm not going to do this today, but I'm going to have to take all these out up to the third set. So I'm going to have to take up to the third set out all these clips, and I'm just going to look to see if they're different, and I don't think there's any difference apart from the ones at the top and the ones at the bottom. I'll just turn around the other way. So I'm going to get in enough so I can fold back, and I'm still looking at this one here as being the culprit. That looks black and burnt out. Whether I can replace it with a conventional LED, I don't know. We'll have to test the voltages on these things. I'm guessing they're going to be 3 volt. It'd be better for me if they're 6, but they're possibly just 3 volts. But it's going to be a whole, well, it's been 45 minutes now and I've got to this stage. Mind you, as you're well aware, when you're just diagnosing and just attempting to fix one, it takes longer than replacing the whole set, because more than likely I could have had all of these clips out by now and the back. Well, it's no good staring at it, it's got to be done, but for now I'm just going to, I'm guessing that's the faulty one. There may be others, because I did see one crumbling here, but we'll see. We'll have a look. Wow. Well, maybe this is micro LED technology, or at least the early part of it, because from the back it just looks like the LEDs are on some sort of film, and I may be wrong. I'm hoping that I'm wrong, obviously. Very stuck down, making it very impossible to remove without causing damage. Wow. Oh my goodness. Starting to move a bit now. Wow, would you look at those? Can you see? It's not an LED bar. That is just film. Okay, that's as far as I have to go. Well, I've got to get the LED tester out on this now, haven't I? LED tester out. Let's have a look what we've got here and what sort of voltage we're looking at. Seeing if we can find out. Let's see if we can light a strip first. This is all new to me. Right, 1 and 2. Plus is on the right hand side, I think. I haven't switched the LED tester on, I'll switch the soldering iron on. That's not going to help here. Right, they're coming up. I can't see on the screen. What sort of current are we taking? 369. So is that 8.3? 8.3. Sorry, the microphone's miles away. Hang on. Right. My apologies. I think they're 3 volts each. And that's taking 8.3. I can't actually tell what that's saying because it's on the TV screen. It's very well lit up, so I'm going to take some of the lights down and see if that helps me. You probably saw it before I did, unless that's better. 8.3. So they are 3 volts each. So I've just got to go through these and see. Sorry, you're not actually seeing much, are you? Because my fat hand was in the way. So there's 3 there. They're in batches of 3 and just loads of strips. Wow! Well, let's just go to the one that's next door. That's the one that's not lighting. This is the one that's got the one that's faulty. That's this one here, and it's not lighting up, as you can see. It's trying to light up, but they're not lighting up because that one is faulty. But if I just stick a normal 3 volt there, that's just going to look weird, even with the lens off. I can see just here, and I've got a feeling this may be happening on other strips, but don't forget to press the record button, because you always do, you twit. If you just zoom in where my finger is, hopefully that's part of a broken LED. Now I'm seeing a few of those, so we could have several gone. I'm thinking what to do it, just to repair, just to get the TV up and running for tonight. Do I just bridge it? That's the faulty one. Shall I just bridge in between plus and minus there? Must be that bit and that bit. I might do that now. Sorry. I might do that now and see if it brings the rest of the LEDs on. That'll tell me if we've got more gone or not. So I'm going to try bridging that one and see what happens. Will the solder take on this very thin piece of copper? Oh, yes. Okay. Now let's see, I'll just have to move the mobile camera. If by me shorting that out, we have got a connection. Just plus and minus the right way around. Are they going to come on? The answer to that is no, now because you switch the soldering iron on again. Are you ready? Well, that one short. Yes. So we've got 2 lit up there, not 3. I now want to see, sorry, microphone miles away. I now want to see if doing what I've done is enough to bring them on. Is it enough to bring them on? Let's plug them back in. Great thing with a Panasonic, as soon as you plug them in, they normally come straight on. You don't have to go looking for... I'm struggling getting this in, sorry, bear with me. Why did that take so long? Why? Right. I've no idea what's going to happen now. Switch the TV on. All that blob of solder, short it out and cause then everything to come back on again. Or have we got more gone? Whew. No, it's brought them on, but we have got a blue one. I'm not too sure what you can see, so I'll bring it on the mobile camera. So my plan will be there's a standard 3-volt LED. Look at the size difference. But I'm just wondering if I replace it with the blob, and if that works, I can replace the blue one, which is over here. And I can see now why that's gone blue, because all the coating has come off it. There's a lot of coating around it. Okay. So next question will be unblobbing that and trying to fix one in its place. Got to try these things, haven't you? You've got to try. Right, so what I've done, I'll zoom in as much as I can. That's where the plus and the minus is. I'm going to get a couple of old-fashioned LEDs and see if the solder takes and holds them in place. Not got much room to play with, but if I'm gentle, I may get away with it. My LED tester is on. There we go. So that's plus and that's minus. Can I get a bit of solder on there and get it to take? I think we may have to forget about the timing issue on this, because I'm already an hour and a half into this. It's very difficult. Sorry, I'm knocking the camera. I just want the tiniest bits of solder on either side for it to take. One side okay. Yes. Right. Let me just get some tweezers. I think that side's taken. I could do. How this will look on the through the different diffusers that these use, I don't know. It may look bad. Right. Well, we're in. Whether that's taken or not, I don't know. That's the one I've just done, I think, or was it that one? I can't tell, and I'm proud that I can't tell. Well, that one works. We've got a blue one here. Again, I don't know if you can see how blue it is. Should I do that one? It means removing more. Or will I get away with one blue one? I'm going to leave it in. I've got to order some new ones anyway. I'm going to leave that in. Because, I mean, that's how a good one looks. That's a good one. That's a good one. And if you come further down, you see the one that I've put in. Blech. But it's in. And it worked. I wonder how long for. But yes, look, push them down and it clips into place. And because of the black mark, whoever thought of that black mark idea, it just really lets you know that you've got them in place, especially around here. Anyway, continue doing this. And hopefully you can see, I may have to take those lights off, and you can see a diamond formation. And I gather that diamond formation is covering every single one of the LEDs. Now, bearing in mind the diamond formation for the one that I've soldered in will be here, I just want to see now if that's going to look any different. Experience tells me that it is going to look different, and there's nothing much I can do about it until I find a brand new set. But that's what we're here with these things. We're here to learn, we're here to play. So, well, if there's one thing I've learned about this TV, it's be patient and learn to wait and wait. And probably wait just a little bit longer, especially when it comes to the side bezels. They're a bit tricky, but don't forget they are touching the screen. Right, so to get the bezel back on, the top and bottom are self-explanatory. They're easy to go on. The screws are there, but this is the bit that I think is so wrong, because this lip here will go on top of the screen, and the screen is just under my finger here. I've got to slide this on, and you need to get it on with those screws in place, so you just need to lift it up a bit. But I hate the fact that now I am pushing something onto the screen that I can't see. But it's gone on easy enough, but it's wow. Wow, you know. Not one of my favourites, but it's on. And I'll put the rest of the screws in now. Still not finished. Now the truth is, once you've worked on a TV for the very first time, it does take a little extra as far as minutes and hours is concerned. Would I do one of these again? Yeah, probably. And I'd maybe be able to do it in 90 minutes or so, but it's been long tonight. Back's aching. 2 hours we've been doing this so far. And I would say the majority of the time has been spent on putting the surrounds back in. In fact, I've just noticed that is still not in back there. Or is it? Yes, it possibly is. Yes, it's in. Preposterously, still doesn't sound right. Preposterously hard, difficult getting these in. Really is. I'm still not convinced about that. Anyway. Yes. I'm not convinced. But still. Come on down, don't get trapped, don't be a git. Don't be a git. Okay. Wow. This has been the worst one ever. I still don't think I'm in here. You can probably tell here I'm starting to get just a little bit tired, and you shouldn't be tired when handling a screen, when all's said and done. The other thing is, when I get a little bit tired, you forget to press buttons, and not everything has been recorded on the main cameras. I've done a lot of footage on the mobile cam, the little Sony Handycam, which is fine. The quality is good, but the microphone quality is probably a little bit down compared to my usual level. This is the one that has been the camera that filmed the red light blinking, so hopefully now we've got a green light. Wouldn't it be funny if it's gone back to red? Don't see any backlights. Oh, now I see backlights. There we go. New channels have been automatically, I doubt it very much. I'd be very impressed if new channels have been right. Settings. I wonder where backlights were on that. Shall we just go up? Come on, settings. Why is it not moving along to settings? Stupid machine, it's just doing a question mark. YouTube settings. Oh, okay, we'll have it here then, shall we? What have we got? Recorded TV. Well, that's not settings. YouTube. That's ridiculous. What sort of settings are those? Let's try menu. Backlight. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Dynamic. 100. We're going to change that. Normal. Yes, the backlights have gone down, and so they should. Adaptive backlight control we'll have off. That'll brighten it up a little bit without. That's perfect. That is fine. Okay, let me switch some lights on. I'll have a play with this in the morning and clean it up, but at least it's working now. Well, I'm pleased to say that the TV's been working fine while having it on test for a couple of days. One seller has got the backlights, so just in case you ever get one of these TVs in, or you have, they are available. Not the cheapest, be about £35 with tax, but it's a nice TV. They're going to take 3 weeks to a month to arrive, and when they do arrive, I don't think I'll do a video on installing them, because I think you've probably seen enough of this particular TV that we're talking about. It is the Panasonic TX-55EX580V, or the 55EX580V. It fits a couple of different models, but they're much different. But then again, they're part of the new set. Hope you've enjoyed the video. It's been nice putting this together. It's been a bit of fun. The fact that we managed to get it working tonight, I suppose, was just an added bonus. We do still have that slight blue tinge, but I'm not going to use it for anything over the next few weeks anyway. But it's up and running. It was a challenge. It was a bit of fun. Blood, sweat and tears, I suppose. Thanks for watching.